Anfield on a glorious spring afternoon, an afternoon that could see Liverpool make a new record in English League football with this 11 that they're putting into action against Queen's Park Rangers. They've had 7 players under treatment for injury. They're still without Ronnie Whelan, Peter Beardsley, Houghton, Barnes, Rush, Nicholl and Venison, though, are all available. Venison's return in place of Gary Gillespie, the only change from the team you'll have seen beat Chelsea last Saturday. That means we'll have another look at Ronnie Rosenthal, the Belgian who's on trial here at Anfield and has scored 5 times in 5 appearances, 2 of them as sub. Again, there's no place for Steve Staunton. Ray Houghton, though, is back on the bench today after missing 4. News of Ronnie Whelan is that his instep injury is definitely not long-term and he'll be well right by Italy. Our referee today, Robbie Hart from Darlington in the northeast of England. Kenny Dalglish, the Liverpool manager, with his thoughts on the next 90 minutes. Will it be 18 championships, a new record for Liverpool in the First Division in England? Or will they have to wait until Tuesday night when they play Derby County, because it would appear now that it's only a matter of time before the Liverpool name goes on to the League Championship trophy once again. The Kop waits expectantly. The opposition today coming from Queen's Park Rangers with just 1 point from the last 6 visits here. Already without their England international defender Paul Parker, who's suspended. They've also lost the former England left-back Kenny Sansom with a thigh strain. Brian Law, a 20-year-old from Merthyr who made his debut for Wales in Sweden on Wednesday, replaces Parker. Sansom's shirt will be worn by another youngster, Roberto Herrera, the son of Spanish parents. He's from Torquay and is just 19 and making his first appearance of the season. QPR will look for goals to their Northern Ireland centre-forward Colin Clark. He's their top scorer with 9 this season. Queen's Park Rangers began the season with ambitions of finishing top team in London. If they weren't going to win the league, that is. Well, they're going to be neither, because too many are up ahead of them now at the top of the First Division. They are currently lagging behind Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal and Chelsea, and find themselves at present in 9th position behind Liverpool. Quite simply, Liverpool, if they win here today and Aston Villa fail to win at Villa Park, will be the champions of the 1989-1990 season. Almost set. Thoughts of John Giles?
Well, it's a great position for Liverpool to be in. They got it in their own hands with 3 matches to go, and I think Kenny Dalglish was saying that last week. Every team in the league would like to be in their position, so they've got to be dewed up for today's game, get 3 points into the bag and see how Villa get on from there.
Game is on. Liverpool all in red as usual, playing left to right, and it's got to be pushing the best crowd of the season at Anfield, which was for the visit of Everton earlier in the year. They haven't broken 40,000 yet at Anfield. But on the day that Everton were here, the start of February, there were 38,730 who paid in. This is Roberto Herrera, the Queen's Park Rangers left back. Wilkins. And now Danny Maddox. Wegerle. Hussein on him. Back from Clark to Wegerle. Wegerle trying to turn Alan Hansen. Slid there for David Bardsley, and out of John Barnes for a throw to Queen's Park Rangers. Channing was free, and that was straight at goalkeeper Grobbelaar. Steve Nicholl. Ray Wilkins. Clark. And now Herrera. Trying to find Wegerle and succeeding. Support coming from the rear from Justin Channing. And Queen's Park Rangers have taken their free kick quickly. Wegerle. Sinton back to Herrera. Now Colin Clark. That for Channing. Rather overhit, but Venison was taking no chances. And that's away for the first corner of the match. Off the head of the returning Barry Venison. Corner to Queen's Park Rangers. Alan McDonald gone up from the back. Position near the near post. Andy Sinton will take the corner. Towards McDonald, got the little touch on. Hussein heading away. Herrera Spread wide again for Sinton. Facing Barnes. And Barnes got the block on him, and that's a throw to Queen's Park Rangers. Ray Wilkins, Rangers skipper. Off rush, another throw. Beverly. And Channing. Clark beaten by Hansen. Winning it back. Now it's Wilkins. Bardsley outside. And he's found him. Bardsley's cross. McDonald had stayed up. And a foul for the big defender. And it's given a free kick to Liverpool.
I think QPR have made their intentions clear. They're not coming here to sit back and watch Liverpool play. They're really having a go at them. And if Liverpool defend well, that could well suit them, because there's nothing more frustrating when you're going for a big win or a win in a big match to have a team sitting back at you. And I think they're going to make it a good open game. It should suit Liverpool in the long run. But they won't have it easy.
Hansen. It was Rosenthal. Burrows and now Mulby. Barnes. It's Wilkins pressurising him. And a sensible ball by Mulby. Release Venison. Nicol. Venison. Put out of play by Alan McDonald. The vastly experienced Ray Wilkins to keep QPR on the boil. Now it's Mulby for Liverpool. Rosenthal. David Burrows. And Rush is coming in the back. That whistled across the face of David Seaman's goal and away harmlessly in the end, but a moment of anxiety in the Queen's Park Rangers defence caused by the arrival of Ian Rush. It was Burrows who had the opportunity, and he drilled it in to cause discomfort in there, and Rush just wasn't available in the end of it. Seaman's first goal kick after 4.5 minutes. Hussain. Now Wilkins. Bardsley again available outright, but that wasn't the ball that Wilkins would have wished to deliver. Burrows. Wilkins again. McDonald. Remarkable record by Ronnie Rosenthal in this trial period. 5 goals, 3 starts and 2 appearances as a substitute. Another goal-scoring phenomenon in the red of Liverpool. This attack is Queen's Park Rangers. Colin Clark now to find Sinton, and Sinton's bustling in there, and Sinton falling over Hansen's legs. And in went Channing, and out went the ball. Well, Andy Sinton felt he was entitled to something more out of that, but Robbie Hart, the referee, didn't see it as a foul.
It's got to be tight, George, when it gets into this position. Hussain goes on to a slide tackle, but it's Hansen that comes over, and it looks like he's beaten Hansen. Took his legs a little bit there. It was very dodgy. I think Liverpool got away with it there a little bit.
Wilkins now. Sinton. Herrera. Channing. Law. And a free kick awarded this time. The challenge of Steve McMahon.
Again, Liverpool have got to be patient. They're doing well. They're getting tight on the players. McMahon had a kick at him there, which he doesn't want to be doing. He doesn't want to be giving silly free kicks away. They just got to chase them. QPR are pushing the ball around well, and they've got to give them credit for that. And they just got to get tight and tight and tight all the time until they win the ball back fairly and squarely.
Wilkins with the free kick. Aimed at Clark. So he who made the contact at the end. At the finish, it was Grobbelaars. The free kick coming in. Grobbelaar not really troubled the finish. Bardsley tidying it up. Seaman played half the match for England on Wednesday against the Czechoslovaks. In fact, there's a fair sprinkling of midweek internationals on show here. As well as Seaman, Steve McMahon, and played for England. Brian Law played for Wales. John Barnes would have played for England had he been fit. Wegerle. Ardsley out of Burrows. Cut out by Hansen. Now Wegerle capitalising on Burrows' error. Burrows recovering. Clark against Hansen. That's gone for the corner.
Liverpool are a little bit nervous starting off the game, and that's fairly natural. They've just got to settle down as quickly as they possibly can, because Rangers have nothing to lose. They're not in danger of relegation, not going to win the championship, and they're quite relaxed playing. Liverpool have all to do. They're the ones that have to win the match. The onus is on them to go and attack the opposition, and they just got to get the ball down a little bit and be a bit more patient. But I think they'll come good in the long run.
Corner from Bardsley, too close to Grobbelaar. Ahead of Law and out for the throw to Liverpool. The youngster who made his first appearance for Wales in Stockholm on Wednesday. Rosenthal, rush, offside. Hansen. And once more Seaman to thump it long. Burrows the winner, but here's Wilkins. Bardsley. Wegerle. Oh, nicely played. Wilkins. McDonald's joined the attack. Channing laying it off for him. Played wide towards Herrera on the left. Off the head of Venison and away. And the throw to Queen's Park Rangers. Good looking build up that by Queen's Park Rangers. And now Wilkins. Clark. Trying to drill it through Hussein. And then Venison bringing it away. Moby. Towards Rosenthal. On for Rush. Rush against Brian Law. And McMahon. Now Nicol. Facing Herrera. Put away by McDonald. The first sign of Liverpool settling to their task. Rosenthal faced by Wilkins. Got over the head of Barnes. Bardsley to bring it away. Wegerle. Bardsley. The whistle had gone. Wegerle has shown some deft touches in this game, and that was another of them, but the referee had committed himself to blowing the whistle when Bardsley scampered away with the ball, so the advantage was lost. But Queen's Park Rangers have the free kick, which has been wasted. Obi to McMahon. Now Nicol. Rosenthal in space on the right. That's Law he's facing. And McDonald getting them out of trouble. Sinton, McDonald. Clark laid that one off. Here's Sinton, bundled off it by Venison. Hussein falling over. This time the whistle does sound, and it's Clark who commits the foul, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Wilkins has been involved a lot so far for Queen's Park Rangers. Instrumental in most of the good things they've been doing. Nice play now by Liverpool. Laid off by Rush to McMahon. Barnes. Control let him down. The new Football Writers Player of the Year for the second time in his career, John Barnes. But the skill he displayed on that occasion, not equal to the accolade. Hansen. Barnes. Burrows. And now Hansen again. Barnes. Round Danny Maddox. That's better by Barnes, and looking there for Rosenthal. McDonald stood his ground. Wilkins, Maddox. Target man as usual, Clark. Wilkins again. Herrera. Sinton. Law. Straight at McMahon, and now to Rosenthal, and the Queen's Park Rangers defence a little discomfited there, but what a crunching tackle, and a good one too by McDonald to avert the danger. And then Barnes dwelling on it too long and pulling the shirt of Justin Channing, and the referee playing a sensible advantage, and he's round Hansen. He's got Clark in the middle. Justin Channing, though, going all the way in his own, opting for the shot and deflecting off Hussein and away for a corner. Good play by Queen's Park Rangers.
Well, he's a young lad, Channing. I haven't seen him before, and good break for him there. He might have done a little bit better once he got into the striking position. Maybe took it on a little bit, or back onto his left foot. And Clark was coming across just out of shot there. But good break, good referee in there. He might have given a free kick early on against Barnes, and he let him go and play on, which was good.
Up has gone Danny Maddox. Andy Sinton with the corner. McDonald, and it's there! The goal has been scored by Roy Wegerle. And all beginning with a swift counter-attack, spearheaded by Justin Channing, that brought the corner. And the small band of Queen's Park Rangers fans delighted. Sinton took the corner, the old near post routine again, and Wegerle drilling it between Venison and Grobbelaar. No question it was over the line, but they failed to pick him up. Slack marking.
Yeah, they marked the nearest post all right, and they picked up the near post, but nobody was. I think Nicol was the nearest player to Wegerle, and you've got to mark the players when you're in there. You've got to stop them and get them a free shot at the goals, and that was too easy again. That was bad play by Liverpool. That's their old fail, and that's what they failed against Crystal Palace a few weeks ago.
So it's up to Liverpool to carry the game to Queen's Park Rangers. Barnes now. And the ball out of play for a throw to Liverpool. Significant too that it was Barnes weakened the challenge deep in the Queen's Park Rangers half that enabled Rangers to begin that swift counter-attack, which led to the goal. Bardsley putting it out. They have scored a few against Liverpool this season, Queen's Park Rangers. They've met 3 times. The league in November. They won 3-2 in the Cup. Then they drew 2-2 before Liverpool put them out 1-0. So that's their 6th goal of the season against Liverpool for Queen's Park Rangers. Here's Clark. Burrows flattering in. Throw to Queen's Park Rangers.
Well, I must say the lead doesn't flatter QPR because they have made a good start. They've come at Liverpool. They haven't been scared of them in any way. And on the balance of play, they deserve to be in front, only just. But it should shake Liverpool up if they do need shaking up. But I think their attitude hasn't been bad from the start. They're trying to get at QPR.
And here goes McMahon, and a pile driver from him, and Seaman. Oh, you could see the reflexes tensing up there as Steve McMahon came powerhousing his way through with the shot. Seaman down to make a good save.
I think McMahon is a little bit annoyed at McDonald there, and quite rightly, because the shot was in the goalkeeper's hands, I think, by the time McDonald made his challenge. And he's very silly to be doing things like that, McDonald.
Just over a quarter of an hour gone here, and the heirs apparent to the championship held by Arsenal are a 0-0 down. Well, the only other team who can win it at Villa Park, Aston Villa, are being held scoreless by Norwich City. Wilkins. It's Hansen. Now Barnes. Rosenthal. Barnes again. Rush going on one of those wheeling runs of his. The referee had the linesman together saying he was offside. The linesman had a very long think about it before he put the flag up.
this will really test Liverpool today, because you get matches like this in the Championship, big matches where you goal down, and it brings out the real players, fellas who will get on the ball, have the sense of responsibility and the moral courage to get on it. You can hear the crowd now. The crowd, as soon as there's a little mistake, they get a little bit impatient, and this is where the confidence of the players dwindles away. The real players that come into the game now, whether it be Mulby, Barnes, Rush, Rosenthal, just Nickel, just got to get into it, get on with the game, and hope to get a break. But what they've got to do, Liverpool, is got to pick up a little bit better from throw-ins. They're picking up is awful from throw-ins. They're giving QPR all the time in the world on the ball.
Channing having a bite at the cherry there with Mulby. Now Alan Hansen. Channing with him. Won the ball well. Wilkins. Parsley was in space. Although the space he had was more rather negative space. The only way out of it was towards the goalkeeper. Miscontrolled by Nicol. Sinton. Herrera. Good ball to Clark. Made back to Wilkins. Offside this time against Sinton. Andy Sinton played half the B international in Cork recently, as indeed did David Seaman. And they, of course, were on the team that lost 4-1. Hansen. Hussein. Nicol. Plenty of red shirts in the middle for him to aim at. Going through the channel offered by Venison. Not a good ball by him. McMahon. Another run by Rush. Barnes, though, is the man in possession. And Barnes with a shot, and Seaman perfectly positioned to deal with it.
QPR are defending well. They get a lot of players back, and they stay on goal side of the players, and they're certainly not going to make it easy for Liverpool today. Here's Barnes. He tries a shot with the outside of his left foot, but there's no real force in that, and that's easy for Seaman. Seaman's a good goalkeeper, and he'll take a little bit of beating from that range.
Play held up. There's an injury to David Burrows, the Liverpool left back. Worrying times for Dalglish. Beside Phil Thompson, former Liverpool great, now in the backroom staff here. The two substitutes they have today, Gary Gillespie, the defender, and Ray Houghton.
I think Burrows is struggling there, George. He was shaking his head to the players if he's had no chance of going off. Depends what he does now. He could put Nicol to left back and Houghton up to right side of midfield, or else he could just put Gillespie straight on at left back.
Well, it would appear that David Burrows has made his last challenge in this particular match. It's just 20 minutes gone. He's leaving the field, and Liverpool will be making a change. And it is indeed Ray Houghton, too. An enormous round of applause from the crowd. Will replace David Burrows. And that an indication of Dalglish's thoughts, as indeed they must be on winning the championship, but it's the opportunity to rejig and put on a more offensive player. So Houghton will go on to the right side of midfield. Venison will drop back to right back. Nicol has gone to left back. Venison. And the first touch for Ray Houghton after missing 4 matches through injury. McMahon. Houghton. And again. Venison continuing the run forward. And Herrera put it out of play. He's looked composed, this youngster. First game of the season. Though he has appeared in the first team before. Roberto Herrera, to give him his full Spanish handle. It's Venison. No trouble to Wilkins. The Queen's Park Rangers had everybody back defending in depth. Houghton. Rosenthal. Maddox gone across. And Maddox obstructed him. And it's a free kick to Liverpool.
Well, Liverpool need a break now to get back into the game immediately without the crowd getting not to let the crowd get too impatient and let the confidence go too much. This would be an ideal time for them to score from this free kick.
Well, they've no Steve Staunton to curl it under the bar, though, of course, for obstruction, the indirect free kick would mean that he couldn't do that. So Mulby, Nicol, headed up in the air by Bardsley. Seaman is called, and Seaman there with a fist and didn't make it, and Wilkins has to clear it for Queen's Park Rangers. Always in the right place in this game, Ray Wilkins. Nicol. Turned Wegerle there. Headed away by MacDonald. Clark. Losing to McMahon. Rangers throw. And back it goes to Seaman.
So even that throw, and there's no way they should get out of it that easily. Rosenthal could have been picking up the goalkeeper and make sure he couldn't get it back to him, because it stops the game, and that's what QPR want to do. Should pick up a lot quicker from throw-ins, a lot tighter, because if they give the opposition too much time, they're going to do something with it. Just like it was bad picking up from the corner kick, goal down.
Barnes turned Bardsley through the middle for Rush and McMahon, both of whom were offside.
I think the linesman is like most of the linesmen we were talking about last week. He's very keen to get the flag up, and there's been 2 or 3 now dodgy ones. One or two I thought wasn't offside, and he's up straight away.
It's Nicol for Rosenthal. Alex is with him. The rush in the middle, and Houghton's arriving too. And here's Barnes. Back for Nicol. Facing Wilkins. Nicol's shot. And again, Seaman perfectly positioned. "25 minutes gone. It's Liverpool 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. That goal after 14 by Roy Wegerle. And there's a free kick for Queen's Park Rangers. Alan Hansen obstructing Andy Sinton. Indirect for the obstruction. Clark and MacDonald in the area. That's towards MacDonald. And off the head of Hansen it went for a corner. Well, from a corner, Liverpool were found out and conceded the goal. Danny Maddox is up. Roy Wegerle's there too. Brian Law. They've left back Channing and Herrera, so all their taller players are in that penalty area. Sinton's corner. Up goes Law. McMahon not fully clearing it. Knocked wide by Wilkins for Sinton. The cross towards Wegerle, headed away by Hussein. And now Channing with a chance to put it back. MacDonald on. Clark. Wegerle. Hit wide for Maddox. And again they can take up station in the middle. Maddox faced by Nicol. Bardsley. Running across Mulby. Attempting the shot, cut out by Hansen. And now it's Barnes. For Rosenthal. Good block by Herrera. Wegerle. Wilkins. And Sinton. Wegerle once more, this time the ball running away from him. Well, things very interesting at the top of the English First Division, with Liverpool, who with a win here could win the championship today, finding themselves a goal down, and 80 miles away down the road, Aston Villa 0, Norwich City 0. The Liverpool players are aware of that, or made aware of that at half-time. It might serve to do what the first half has seen them unable to do, which is up the tempo and knock Queen's Park Rangers off their stride. Remember, a draw for Villa and a win for Liverpool means it's Liverpool's title. Houghton took a knock in the centre circle there. still down. And the referee, oh, he's streaming blood from a cut above the eye. That's a very unfortunate injury to Ray Houghton. And the referee quite right to stop the game when a player in a situation like that gets a head injury. Here's the incident again. Both men with eyes on the ball. Up they went. And down went Ray Houghton with blood pumping from his eyebrow.
Just got his elbow there, I think, George, just above the eye. Looks pretty bad. Looks like he need a couple of stitches in it anyway. Which is not good news. Just trying to get into the game. Liverpool at the moment a little bit frantic anyway. The crowd are a bit impatient, a little bit nervous playing. And QPR are playing well. If I'd say if Graham Taylor was watching this match as Aston Villa manager, he'd be very pleased with QPR. They've gone about the job well, they've defended well, they haven't given much away at all. They've got their goal. Liverpool have a lot to do. They've just got to settle down and get on the ball and play a little bit more than they are doing, and pick up better from corner kicks and throw-ins.
Application of a firm piece of sticking plaster, and Ray Houghton is fit enough to resume. One of those that probably looks a lot worse than it actually is. Play resumes with a drop ball. Benison. And once more. Houghton. Rosenthal. And it's found its way to Venison. Rushes in the middle. Good challenge by MacDonald. You have to admire the way Queen's Park Rangers have gone about this. They've fired themselves up. They're playing for nothing really other than their pride, because they're anchored in the middle of the table and they're going neither up nor down. And yet here they are with the champions-elect, and they're really making them work hard, and well worth their 1-0 lead. And Herrera filling in admirably for Kenny Sansom, depriving Ray Houghton of the opportunity to cross the ball.
The young players have done well for QPR. Law, Channing and Herrera at left back. New players coming into it, and it's a promising sign for them.
Corner with Mulby. Hussein unable to turn on it. Clark falling over, and MacDonald doing the tidying up. Mulby once more. In towards Barnes, but Clark was right where the ball came down. Sinton bundled off it by Venison. And a good decision by the referee to give the free kick.
Again, a silly free kick when you got the team under pressure there. I think I've said before, I'm not a great fan of Venison's, and I can't understand really how Gillespie can be on the bench and Venison playing. Gillespie's a class player, and Venison, although he's a useful player, I don't think he's any more than that.
Well, there's the war wound being sported by Ray Houghton, but not enough to keep him out of the battle. Mulvey. Maddox knocked off his stride by Rosenthal. Here's Barnes. Rosenthal again. Rush as ever in the middle. Houghton is two. Barnes hovering on the edge of the box as well. Rosenthal's cross blocked by Bardsley, and a corner kick to Liverpool. Half an hour of the match gone. 1-0 to Queen's Park Rangers in Anfield. And what might have been a championship celebration for Liverpool is a long way from being that just yet. Mulvey. In goes Hussein. McDonald's was the contact. McMahon. Rush. Houghton. Deflecting off McDonald. Sting taken well out of it by the big Belfast defender. Hansen. Venison. Oh, he's presented it to Wilkins. Now Hussein. Mulby. Venison. Glenn Hussein. The Swedish side on Wednesday against Steve Nichols' country, against the Welsh in Stockholm. Steve Nichols' country, of course, in action against the East Germans at Hampden Park. And both of them lost. Rosenthal tidied up by McDonald.
Now this is a team that Liverpool didn't want to run into at this stage of the season. QPR defending well, playing well, good attitude about them, and Liverpool have a lot to do.
Clark. Oh, the crossbar saves them. Wilkins missed his kick. But that was brilliant play by Colin Clark, and that could so easily have been 2. He was superb. And Liverpool, like their crossbar, really rattled. McMahon, Houghton. It's gone back to Clark, who's having a real stormer for Queen's Park Rangers today. Channing, nobody there. But that was brilliant. Bardsley releasing the big Newry man, and he showed great control in his chest to rattle in that shot against the crossbar with Grobbelaar well beaten. Well, Liverpool may not be having it all their own way here, but at Villa Park things are going their way. Norwich City have taken the lead there, so things could yet be winnable for Liverpool today. Houghton, Hussein, McMahon, and Houghton once more. Rush, this time he's onside. The pace on the ball was just too great.
Well, Liverpool can't complain about breaks going against them, that's for sure, because they're really lucky there. Good work by Clark. Comes back inside onto his good right foot, and what a great volley hits here. And it looks... Yeah, I've looked. I don't know whether it went over the line enough from the first replay, but he beat Hansen. All ends up there, and Grobbelaar. Very unlucky QPR not to be 2 up. They are playing well. They're playing better than Liverpool at this stage, but that's a break that could well be good for Liverpool by the end of this match.
Nicol, Barnes, in went Law. Houghton trying the shot. Danger's gone. They battle on through the streaming blood, and no doubt the stitches will be applied in the half-time interval. Law, offside.
Again, QPR full of confidence. They've nothing to lose. They don't have the pressure on them that Liverpool do, and it does tell. You need really big players to get out there and get on the ball and keep playing it the way they should be playing, especially with a goal down. Because they're a little bit frantic, and the crowd are a bit impatient. So certainly up to that chance, I think they realise they got away with something. But the crowd are impatient. They're expecting Liverpool just to go out and win, and it doesn't happen that way.
Hansen. Back defending. The other point is, of course, that if Aston Villa should lose to Norwich today and Liverpool get the draw, come back and get the draw, their goal difference is so vastly superior that they would have the league as good as one anyway. But that would be something of an anticlimax for the Reds. And no doubt any championship is equally valid no matter how it's finally won. Barnes with the cross, and Rush. Just underneath it.
Great crash by Barnes from that position. Ball behind him almost. Now, Rush, to be fair, has gone to the near post and he's leaning back to get it. He couldn't get his head over the ball. Half chance for Liverpool. There's nothing wrong with Liverpool's drive, that's for sure. They have the drive to try and go on and win the match. They just need the composure now. They've had a little lucky break, getting away with that crossbar incident, and they could still go on and win this match.
Venison, Wilkins, Clark, it's Nicol, Clark. Sinton was looking for the push. The referee didn't award the free kick. Hansen, Maddox controlling on the chest. Fouled by Clark on Hussein. Mulby. Rosenthal. Nobody there. Rush had come near side. No real chances for Ronnie Rosenthal to find the net this afternoon. Hansen. Rosenthal. Nicol. Pulled down from behind by Justin Channing. And that will earn a rebuke from the referee, Ronnie Hart. Justin Channing, regular squad member for Queen's Park Rangers, but not a regular in the team, just 21 years of age, former Rangers apprentice, filling Simon Barker's position. Barker, the victim of a long-term injury. Houghton. Barnes. McDonald cutting that out. Nicol, it's gone to Wegerle. McMahon has it back. Venison. Houghton. Venison continued the run ahead. Houghton inside for McMahon. Venison. McMahon. And Alan Hansen. Rosenthal and Rush. Donald stood his ground.
And good passing by Liverpool, but again excellent defending by QPR. They're going with the man all over the place. If McMahon passes the ball, young Channing is going with him, and Wilkins is going with Mulby. They're not letting anybody get behind him at all, and it's good play by QPR.
Houghton. McMahon unable to control it. Good ball, releasing Nicol. Barnes ahead of him, that's for him. Return to Nicol. Rosenthal didn't jump. Rush controlled it, and it's there! Now that was something out of nothing. But a superlative build-up by Liverpool.
Well, Mulby did his stuff there from a deep position. Nicol, great 1-2 with Barnes. And Rush's finish is absolutely brilliant. If we watch it coming over here now, the goalkeeper's taken by surprise how well Rush controls the ball and actually gets his shot. There's his jumping. Next thing, he changes his feet and whips it in from nowhere. The goalkeeper thought it was going out of play, I think, there. Didn't make any effort to win it. What's Seaman's reactions here? And he's holding the ball there. He's getting off his feet. Seaman, to be beaten on the near post like that was a great finish. Just what Liverpool needed.
40 minutes on the watch. Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Ian Rush makes himself the club's top scorer this season. But here's Channing for Queen's Park Rangers, cleared by Grobbelaar. A quarter century of goals for Ian Rush that this season. And I wonder will that prove to be the one that won the championship. Rush. In receipt from Barnes again. Seaman with a save. Rosenthal. Wilkins able to clear this, but Rangers did everybody back. And now Liverpool on a roll. Nicol. Run back by Barnes. Nicked away by Wegerle. Here's Channing. Played for Sinton. Foul by Venison. Free kick is Queen's Park Rangers, and the words of warning are directed at Barry Venison.
Rush is unlucky there. Again on his right foot, which is not his favourite one, and a good save by Seaman. He stopped it with his foot. But Mulder's been a big player for Liverpool in the last 10-15 minutes when he needed him. He's got on the ball more than anybody else in the midfield to try and keep it going for him. And Nicol, of course, is always a tower of strength to Liverpool. Excellent match, there's no doubt about that. It's a big game for Liverpool, lots of tension in it. The QPR are doing their stuff. But if you're going to be champions, then you've got to win matches like this from behind, or at least draw them.
Well, the goal difference situation at the top of Division 1, Liverpool with a plus 34 goal difference. Aston Villa's is now plus 18. So there's no way in the space of 2 matches that Liverpool would lose that. And if they draw here and Villa stay at 1-0 down against Norwich City, then it's all over bar the shouting. Because Liverpool would then be on 71 points, Villa on 68, and the goal difference is so superior as far as Liverpool are concerned that just to trot out against Derby County on Tuesday night would surely be sufficient to sign and seal it. Hansen beating Clark. Wilkins. And that's gone for the throw to Liverpool. Barnes. Rush. Moby. Steve Nicol. Room for Nicol once more from McMahon. It's Barnes now. Rosenthal and Rush in the middle, but the cross from Barnes, a rare inaccurate cross. So the game moves into the final minute of the first half, and Liverpool are back in contention. 1-1.
Hasn't been quite on his game today, Barnes. Although Barnes is doing a good job on him. Barnes is very quick himself, and they were all teammates at Watford, and you probably know Barnes' play inside out. I think Barnes would know he wouldn't run Barnsley so easily either. He's very quick.
Sinton doing well against Nicol. Hussein heading away. McMahon knocking it off Channing's toe. Houghton against Herrera. Now Venison. Hussein. Alan Hansen. Hussein for McMahon. In went McDonald. We're now into stoppage time at the end of the first half. A little injury to Ray Houghton, preceded by the one that meant David Burrows had to leave the pitch. Means there'll be a little bit for Robbie Hart to add. I think Kenny Dalglish should be satisfied that his team have got back on the rails again towards the end of this half. See light at the end of the tunnel. Herrera's throw, Wegerle. Clark, Sinton. Well, it's greeted by a chorus of boos, but nothing fancy down about it. He got out of trouble and he gave it back to the keeper. I think they are thinking in terms of that big steel teapot in the visitors' dressing room. And a respite from Liverpool reborn. A minute of added time played.
I think if Wilkins is going to go that deep for the ball, he should be using it from there. There's plenty of time for him to use it.
Free kick against Clark on Hansen. And it's almost a minute and a half of added time that we've had. Colin Clark began the first half in stunning style and could well have had that second goal. But as John so rightly pointed out, that crossbar interception could well have been the turning point as far as Liverpool are concerned. Venison for Rosenthal. Rush. Bardsley taken away from him. Then a mistake by Bardsley. It's Barnes. Rush. Oh, I thought Nicol was on the run. Goal kick.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there. I think Barnes tried to find Nicol, actually, not Rush, and Rush tried to keep it going to Nicol. I think if Rush had been able to just throw his foot over the ball, Nicol was right in on the goals. The game is so evenly balanced at the moment. QPR have gone out of a little bit because Liverpool have picked up the pace since the goal particularly, but an excellent game.
Clark. Brought down by Mulby. Clark again. Oh, overhit the ball to Stinton. Now it's 2.5 minutes of added time. That's quite sufficient, thank you very much, Mr. Referee. And so off they go. And a fine entertaining first half it's been. Queen's Park Rangers taking the lead after 14 minutes through Roy Wegerle. Colin Clark rattling the Liverpool crossbar. Could so easily have been Flash thrashing the ball past Steeman and putting Liverpool right back in the driving seat as far as the championship's concerned. There's the half-time score at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Much more to come after the break. Back to Anfield. Teams, as you see on the pitch, neither have changed their personnel in the half-time interval, so Liverpool with that one substitution already made. Ray Houghton for David Burrows. Still got Gary Gillespie on the bench if required. Queen's Park Rangers then to start the second half in the hoops, playing from left to right. So are we 45 minutes away from seeing the champions unofficially crowned? Well, that's what would happen if the respective scorelines stayed the same here and at Villa Park. But then if Liverpool could go on and win this, they could have the title properly sewn up. It's Ray Houghton with a swathe of plaster over that right eyebrow. It cost him some blood in the first half. Hussein. Rush is offside. Again, it must have been marginal.
I think Liverpool, for their part now, got to pick it up straight away and really drive at QPR, hound them into the ground, pick up the pace, and show them that they're going to boss the second half and not fall into the trap they did in the first half.
Barnes, it's won back by Bardsley. Clark fouled by Hansen. A free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. David Bardsley, formerly of Watford and then of Oxford United, and now Queen's Park Rangers. Hanging it up for McDonald. Cleared by Mulby. Rosenthal against Bardsley. Good old pro Dave, but David Bardsley was determined he wouldn't get past. McMahon for Barnes. Nicol. And McMahon again. Barnes on the run. McDonald's come out of the centre to cover. And Barnes has turned him. Oh, and Barnes very nearly squeezing it in at the angle of the crossbar and upright. Skipped away from Alan McDonald and did the right thing, curling it towards that top corner. But the curl just wouldn't bring it down underneath the bar. Houghton. Houghton again. McMahon. All the way to Nicol. It was Sinton who saw it out of play. Nicol. McMahon, it's rolled to Mulby. Got the geometry of it wrong.
Good chance for Mulby there. He's a good kicker of the ball and just catching it with the outside of his right foot. He would have got a nice swerve on it on the near post. He's just come onto it a little bit too quickly here when he comes onto it. Should be catching it, leaning away from it a little bit, which he tries to do there. And catch it with the inside of his foot instead of the outside of his foot.
Clark who headed the ball into that position, and Nicol was there to see it back to Grobbelaar. Venison and Houghton. Mulby. Houghton's continued his run through the middle, but the pass didn't come early enough. Now it's Rush. Mulby again. This time it's Houghton. Trying to find a way through McDonald. But on this occasion, McDonald standing firm. Shades of the goal Ray Houghton scored against Northern Ireland there, creating almost for himself a position similar to that day. But McDonald's challenge was sufficient to prevent him. Clark. Wegerle unable to control it. Hansen. Rosenthal. Barnes. Mulby. Houghton. Outside him is Venison. Barnes. Again Houghton continuing the run. Mulby. McMahon. And still McMahon, and the deflection off Brian Law takes it away for a corner.
That was the feeling now. Just there that Liverpool are really beginning to play the game, and they've relaxed a little bit. QPR have fallen off a bit, and it's up to Liverpool now to take advantage of that.
Hussein is on the edge of the penalty area as Mulby takes the corner. In he goes. Seaman with a fist getting it away. Venison. Houghton beating Wegerle. Venison. And it's missed them all and found its way to Mulby. Rush. Nicol. Well struck shot. Again the goalkeeper perfectly positioned to save it. He's seen a lot of the action, David Seaman. He's had plenty to do. Hussein. Wilkins. The whistle had sounded. Yes, the number 2 to Peter Shilton at the moment anyway, David Seaman, the England lineup, and he's displayed international quality through most of this game. If he could perhaps have been faulted for the goal that Ian Rush scored, though, then that's taking something away from the quality of the Rush finish, which was of the highest order. Venison. Rosenthal. McDonald away. Queen's Park Rangers have very definitely retreated into their shells since the break. Liverpool giving them nothing. And his goal, the spark that has lit the Liverpool fire once again.
So if Venison's not careful, he's going to find a red shirt this afternoon.
Rosenthal. Houghton. Houghton, his persistence paying off. Again they come near post to the... Ardsley. McMahon. It was Wilkins who came sliding in there. And Steve McMahon just being warned that such resolution in the tackle is maybe taking the bounds of acceptability a little too far. Ardsley. Sinton. It's Nicol. Now McMahon. Houghton. And back from Venison with Houghton again. Mulby with a layoff. Channing unable to dispossess Houghton. Really relishing this, his return to the first team action. Barnes. It's more like it, Liverpool. Mulby. And the shot. whistling away from Seaman's right-hand post.
Liverpool playing well now, and McMahon in particular has really picked her up since half-time. He's had a very good start to the second half, and he's been a big helper around the middle of the field. He's made more passes in the second half. Mulby, of course, very dangerous, very quick. Doesn't quite catch this. I think he just sliced a little bit with his left foot. Probably looked better than it actually was, but he's got to have a shot from that position anyway.
Maddox, Sinton, and Sinton just brushed aside by McMahon. Free kick, QPR. MacDonald. Sinton got around Nicol. They're in the middle for him, but that wasn't the one he was aiming to hit. Hussein. Colin Clark's boots. Number 19 in the Queen's Park Rangers squad. Corner from Sinton. Again the near post routine, just didn't come off. Houghton clearing it. Ronnie Rosenthal. Mulby. Rosenthal. Facing Herrera. Houghton. Just stubbed his toe as he was passing that. Hussein descended back. Mulby. Barnes. Mulby, fouled by MacDonald. Free kick Liverpool. A dangerous free kick to give away. Liverpool attempting to turn the screw, but they've gone wide with Nicol. Barnes. Sinton did enough to prevent the cross.
Amazing how a game changes. I think if Liverpool get a goal now, they could run out easy winners. The big break they got was, of course, the ball hitting the crossbar and coming back out and stopping and going 2 goals down. But they're really looking the Liverpool of old now, and they're playing really well, and they've just got to get a goal now to show how superior they really are.
Gary Gillespie going to come on now for Liverpool. Alan Hansen being withdrawn. Captain's armband being removed. And with 11 minutes of the second half gone, the most popular figure, Alan Hansen, the Liverpool captain, who ran John Barnes so close for the Footballer of the Year award, goes off, and on goes Gary Gillespie. Now I wonder, did Hansen take a knock, or is that an attempt to prevent a repetition of some of the dodgier moments in the Liverpool defence?
I can't see him taking Hansen off, George, if he was fit. He's been outstanding for Liverpool all season, and he's played well again today.
Mulby with the corner. MacDonald just got there in time. Fouled by Rush. Well, the radio's everywhere in evidence this afternoon, and not surprisingly, the loudest cheer of the afternoon was when it was announced that Aston Villa were a goal down. McMahon. Well, they thought it was a good ball to Venison, but then Wegerle came and spoiled it. Rosenthal. And back it goes from Wilkins to the keeper. Clark. And now Sinton. Sinton's cross is too deep. It's on the point about the radios. Shades of a spring afternoon at Highbury in 1981 when Aston Villa were losing to Arsenal by 2-0. But their fans were doing jigs of delight because the news from elsewhere was that the results on that afternoon meant Villa would win the championship. Well, Liverpool aren't losing here, but the news over the radio waves is that Aston Villa appear to be relinquishing what chance they had, and the championship could be secure at Anfield tonight. Nicol, Rush, and Maddox and Channing getting in each other's way and giving Liverpool another corner. And as ever, Jan Mulby will take it. Gillespie's gone up to join the attack. That was the head of Law, and it's found its way to Rosenthal. Houghton, firm again in the challenge. Herrera going in, putting it away. Houghton, Hussein up, and Gillespie very nearly stretching credibility for Aston Villa.
Good ball by Houghton there, his left foot. It's unusual for him. Good header by Hussein. It just clips past the far post. But Liverpool are a touch away now from winning this game. But they've got to be careful at the back. Once it's at this stage, it's still delicate. A corner kick, free kick can change it. But their overall play definitely deserves to put them in front. And they are playing a lot more like we expect Liverpool to play.
Here's Clark. Wegerle. Venison just did enough. Throw to Liverpool. And the word from down below is that Alan Hansen has suffered a knock, it appears, to his knee, and his absence is purely due to his state of fitness. But Hussein very nearly presenting an opportunity to Wegerle, and there's the old Liverpool failing showing itself again.
That was close. We see that again because Hussein didn't mean to do that. I think he tried to turn the ball back to Grobbelaar. A bit of pace on the ball. He didn't see the QPR player behind him. There he's trying to turn it back to Grobbelaar. He was very lucky to get away with that. If he'd hit it properly back to Grobbelaar, I think the QPR player would have nipped in and got it. So anything can happen yet.
And that's the rather crowded area around Bruce Grobbelaar. Danny Maddox is around the middle of the penalty area. Sinton with a kick again to the near post. McDonald heading it on. Maddox just wouldn't come down for Queen's Park Rangers. Bardsley. Now Mulby. And a good ball delivered early to McMahon. Rush inside. Rosenthal up ahead. Rush skipping around Maddox and then sliding it through towards Houghton. But Brian Law did his job to perfection. Clark against Gillespie. Sinton tried the first time shot. Didn't really have enough power in it to even trouble Grobbelaar. Now it's Mulby. Rush towards Venison. Succeeded in keeping it in play. He's given it to Herrera. He gives it straight back. Venison, Houghton, Mulby, McMahon, Rush, and on to Nicol. And Nicol pulled down by Maddox, and that's a penalty. Good refereeing.
What a silly thing to do, though, really. You know, you've got a player there. Nicol has not gone anywhere. Good passing movement by Liverpool to get Nicol into this position. But really all he's got to do is hold his feet. And he's diving in. I'll tell you what, he looked outside the box. That was outside the box. Talk about breaks going Liverpool's way today. Barnes finishes this off.
It looked at first sight as if it was good refereeing, that it was just inside the box, but the replay clearly showing that that was not the case. So here's John Barnes to win the championship. Well, certainly to help along the way.
Well, that's a big help, because Liverpool have been more relaxed since they scored a goal, and in the second half they have played like Liverpool would expect to play. And now that they've got a goal in front, it should really relax them and get the passing really going. Now QPR, if they want to do anything in the match, have got to stop passing the ball back to the goalkeeper. That's gone for them. They've got to press at Liverpool now, which just leaves them more exposed. If Liverpool really do the stuff now, there could be more goals in it for them. Good finish by Barnes, though. Good penalty kick, clipped it by the near post. Excellent finish.
John Barnes, regular penalty taker, along with Peter Beardsley for Liverpool. In fact, it was John Barnes who got the 2 goals for Liverpool down at Loftus Road. But here's Colin Clark trying to tidy it up for Queen's Park Rangers, but instead of tying it up, it's McMahon who tidies it up.
You can feel the atmosphere in the crowd now. Everything that Liverpool do will be right, whereas when they lost the goal and they hit the crossbar, everything they did was wrong. The crowd were getting at them a little bit impatient, whereas they're in the position that they're familiar with now in front. They can really celebrate. The players' confidence will be high, and Liverpool now, they should have done the hard work, and all they've got to do is remain tight at the back and keep the passing going.
Well, John Barnes relinquished his position as joint top scorer in the first half. Now he's back there again. Quarter century of goals for Liverpool this season, 5 of them from the penalty spot, and the scorer of a penalty against Queen's Park Rangers down at Loftus Road in November. On that day, Liverpool were on the wrong end of a 3-2 scoreline. Here they're 2-1 up, and with Aston Villa a goal behind at home to Norwich, those scorelines, were they to become results, would mean that Liverpool were champions and would have extended their record to 18 championship victories. Meanwhile, Ray Wilkins is down injured.
I think it was a result of a tackle with McMahon there. Wilkins himself went in very, very hard, but I think McMahon just left it a little bit late. We do see it again and just cut him down the shins.
Well, it's a difficult afternoon for a radio audience, because as well as this match and trying to keep in touch with the Villa match, there's been a big rugby league occasion at Wembley, the Challenge Cup final. So they may have to wait a moment for latest news from Villa Park. But when last they heard, they were delighted with what they heard, and they reckon now that their team have won the championship again. Last year they surrendered on this very ground to Arsenal in the most dramatic of circumstances. Might be a little less dramatic this afternoon, but then championships are won over 38 matches, not just in one game. Rush, oh, what brilliant play by Ian Rush. Homing in on Seaman, feeding Barnes, with Bardsley just closed him down.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't go all the way there, George. Once he made his break, he was right in on the goals on his left foot, and I think he was looking to take it wide to clip it to the far post, and then he didn't do it. Quite a break from Rush there.
Sinton out of Nicol. The singing from the Liverpool Kop, and hardly surprising. Midway through the second half, and Liverpool now, for the Kop, believe they should rightfully have been in front. Nicol has come to Bardsley. Now Venison. Rush, Rosenthal. Oh, here comes Rush again. Oh! Lethal finisher against an outstanding goalkeeper, and on this occasion Seaman gave of his best, and it was good enough. Everything was right for Ian Rush, but the keeper did his job superbly too. And from the corner, Mulby taking it. It's come to McMahon. Houghton and Rosenthal. And Seaman making a rare error, but recovering it himself.
What a change from the first half. Liverpool are giving QPR a hiding now. Although the game is not over, anything could happen as long as there's only one goal in it. But they're only a touch away from it, really. They could run out here. If they did get a goal, could run out easy winners.
Wegerle. Barnes. And McDonald. And now Wegerle cleared by Gillespie. Bardsley. Wegerle beaten by Hussein. Barnes. And out of play off Ray Wilkins. Well, the news coming through from Villa Park is not maybe what Liverpool wanted to hear. Meanwhile, they've won themselves another free kick. Should not be forgotten, though, that Liverpool have the winning of the championship in their own hands, and whatever happens at Villa Park may well only end up prolonging the agony. But certainly it would appear that Aston Villa are doing their bit to make the race go a little nearer the wire, because they've equalised against Norwich City, and now the word has come through that in fact they've gone ahead. So it might not be decided here. And Liverpool may well have to wait till Tuesday to try to clinch it against Derby County. They have 2 matches left. Derby here on Tuesday, and then Coventry in the Midlands on Saturday. Aston Villa have this, and then just next Saturday's match to come. A match that they may well only be playing for academic reasons, because by then their visit to Everton may well be no more than the fulfilment of a fixture. Concentration divided at Anfield as Liverpool seek another goal. Rosenthal. Still he's there. Pulled back to Mulby. And now McMahon. The Rangers' defence is closed. They'll have to try and find another way through. Barnes. Well, once Barnes getting the better of Bardsley, but he's still not past him. And David Bardsley, I think Sean was suggesting earlier on, employing a routine well practiced on the Watford training ground in days of yore.
But funny enough, Barnes hasn't been on the game today as much as he normally is. Bardsley is playing him well. But just getting back to the result from Villa Park, George, I think from Liverpool's point of view, they can only play as well as they possibly can today and win it. And regardless of what Villa do, they can go on and win it themselves anyway. And they're doing that just at this moment. Another goal would really seal it for them.
Rush. Nicol. Barnes. And Nicol taken off his toe by Roy Wegerle. Channing losing to Houghton. And now it's Hussein. Nicol. Mulby rather. Ray Houghton. Ronnie Rosenthal. Venison. And Houghton once more. The ball Liverpool's property, it would appear. Gary Gillespie. Rosenthal trying to get past Law. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Wegerle. Hussein knocking it away. A whistle sounding for a foul by Hussein. Challenge on Andy Sinton overstepping the bounds of legality. the Rangers contingent giving their 11 some vocal support. David Bardsley with the free kick. Not too far. Away by Jan Mulby. Law. Inexperience there. He lost the ball and now he's out of position, and it's Rosenthal with pace. Herrera coming back. Rosenthal had to go on his own. Got the angle wrong.
Good pace, Rosenthal. Sorry, George. Good pace there. But his first touch, look where he's knocked the angle. Very difficult to beat the goal kick from that position. He's always looking to get in there. To be fair to him, his pace is good and he's a good forward player. He's always looking to get behind the defenders.
Well, the information I had to impart concerned Aston Villa and the fact that it would now appear that the championship will not be decided today because Aston Villa's victory over Norwich is now looking a little more secure. Down there they'll also be about 15 minutes from the finish in Birmingham, and it's now Aston Villa 3, Norwich City 1. So it would appear it's going to go, as we were saying, a little nearer to the wire. Wilkins with the free kick, and a foul on the Liverpool defender. Means a free kick to Liverpool.
I think Clark is in trouble, George, and I think the referee is right. Every time the ball comes up, he's backing in, getting his arms up, he's not playing the ball, and he's booking him now for it.
Well, the watch will say there are exactly 15 minutes to go, the point at which the name spelled out there as C-L-A-R-K-E goes in the book. The foul on Gary Gillespie, proving the final score. McDonald, Barnes, McMahon and Nicol, and Barnes again. McMahon, Barnes, McMahon, headed away by McDonald. Liverpool's throw. Nicol. It was easy for Bardsley. And McMahon, Hussein. They played themselves out of trouble. Credit Queen's Park Rangers for keeping the pressure on them, but for them there's precious little at stake. That's a great ball by McMahon, but there seemed little enough on. Rosenthal has won the throw.
Liverpool should keep the pressure on QPR here now and try and get another goal. Don't go negative on it. They did that last year and they'll pay the price for it. They should try and finish the game off with a goal. It's very evenly balanced at the moment, the game. Liverpool were well on top before, and the passing game is very good. They need to just get an extra goal really to run out easy winners.
Smallby releasing Barnes. 3 in the middle for him, and one of them is McMahon. It was very close from Steve McMahon.
Great chance. Great ball by Barnes. When you see this again, McMahon is a really good striker of the ball, particularly on the volley, and the cross is beating everybody here, and that was a great. McMahon is very disappointed with himself. He's quite close in there. It's fallen beautifully for him. All he had to do is get his toe down a little bit more, get over the ball, and he would have flashed it home to finish the game off.
Rush. It's Wilkins, Bardsley, and back to Seaman. 12.5 minutes to go. 2-1 to Liverpool. Channing. Cut out by Gillespie. Colby. Dwelt too long on that. Justin Channing. Wegerle. Herrera. Channing. Too close to Grobbelaar. Justin Channing, a good first half in the midfield for Queen's Park Rangers. The responsibility on him. Simon Barker, vastly experienced player who normally wears that number 8 shirt, is injured. that's gone for a throw to Queen's Park Rangers, and a substitution about to be made, and they're going to withdraw Danny Maddox, the defender, and send on Les Ferdinand, better known as a striker. So Les Ferdinand joins the fray for Queen's Park Rangers, and off goes Danny Maddox. And Ferdinand on his first touch, winning a corner. Up goes Brian Law, Sinton with it. And now it's McMahon for Liverpool. Great ball out of defence, Houghton chasing it. Justin Channing got back well. Wilkins, now Bardsley. Sinton. And Ferdinand. Showing good skills. Wegerle. Running nickel. Too close to Grobbelaar. But all credit to Don Howe, the Queen's Park Rangers manager, at this stage of the game with 11 minutes to go. And nothing at stake for Queen's Park Rangers, but he still would like to win it. Sending on his striker, reserve striker Les Ferdinand, 2 goals this season already, in place of the centre half Danny Maddox. Houghton, Rosenthal, and Houghton again. Back for Venison. Nickel, Moby, and Barnes. Foiled by Seaman.
Said it before, I think Liverpool should go for the goal, try and finish it off. Because last minute free kick or corner kick, and QPR will be back into this game when they don't deserve it in the second half. Liverpool should look to finish it off, go for the goals.
And there's a booking. Andy Sinton brought down by Barry Venison, and Barry Venison's name going into Robbie Hart's book for that foul on Andy Sinton. Sinton, who was a star in Brentford's protracted cup run last season, which ended on this ground. As a result of that, got his move to the other West London club, Queen's Park Rangers. Rosenthal bringing it away. Houghton busy on the right. Rosenthal wants it back. It slid for him. Across goes Channing and brings down Rosenthal. And the referee says no foul.
I think he's trying to make up for the penalty kick now, the referee. Because if that wasn't a foul, I don't know what the penalty was.
Gillespie holding down Colin Clark.
It's that series of decisions that can cost you things, and Liverpool should have had a free kick at the other end. Now he's awarded a free kick against him down this end. And that's the type of things, and close matches are going for chances that can change it. Liverpool have got to be careful here to get this ball away.
Wilkins, McDonald going for it, but Grobbelaar was secure. That's all the way to Houghton. Bardsley knocking it back. Bardsley again. trouble are waiting just till they've gone a little further forward for him. And then aiming it at Rush. Rosenthal. Houghton. McMahon. Back came Ferdinand. But still it reaches Barnes. Houghton returned for Barnes. The offside flag was up against John Barnes. Queen's Park Rangers quickly on with it. Wilkins. Channing. Ferdinand against Nicol. Throw for Liverpool. More news from Villa Park. Norwich have pulled one back. 3-2 down there. There's certainly plenty of goals, and I can't think the nerve ends of Aston Villa fans are the better for it. Back from McDonald. Bardsley. And now Channing. Wilkins. Ferdinand just off balance. Steve Nicol. Bardsley. The right idea, but it went straight to McMahon. Now that's for Houghton to chase. Houghton against Herrera, but Seaman, the last defender, there to snuff out the danger. 3-2 they're hearing from Villa Park.
Well, Liverpool should start getting a grip of the ball again. They've lost the rhythm in the last few minutes. They've gone a little bit negative and hoping to just hang on to the goal, and that's not their style at all. They did this before against Everton in the cup final, remember, a couple of years ago, or was it last year, and they paid the price for it. They should get at the QPR defenders as much as they possibly can. They're giving the game back to QPR at the moment.
Wegerle. Now for Bardsley. Bardsley with a cross towards Ferdinand. He won it, but Hussein was there to clear it. Law. Herrera. McDonald. Colin Clark. Wilkins. Channing losing to Mulby, and Herrera too, but now it's Sinton. Law. Ferdinand. Channing. Headed away by Gillespie. Law. Bardsley. Rangers enjoying sustained pressure, but then Wilkins unable to do anything with that. And now just 3 minutes to go. The tidings from Villa Park suggesting that this championship needs at least another match to sort it out. Things stay as they are. Liverpool will remain top with 2 to play. 2 points clear of Aston Villa, who have just 1 to play. It's Rosenthal. Mulby. Houghton, no offside this time. Ray Houghton. And in comes Barnes and Rosenthal! Well, there were 3 of them there, and any one of them could surely have finished it off. Rush, Barnes and Rosenthal. Ray Houghton beat the offside trap and pulled it across, and all 3 were there, and they toyed with it between them before putting it on a plate for Ronnie Rosenthal, and he spilt the main course.
Well, I think Rush did the right thing there. He laid it on for Rosenthal coming onto it, and he tried to lash it in. Maybe a little bit tired after making all the running. He should have just come in and a little side foot at home, a bit firm one with the inside of the foot was the one that was called for. But I think he probably thought it was too easy and just relaxed a little bit. That would have really finished it off. But what a good ball from Houghton. Houghton has looked lively and looked good since he's come on for Liverpool. Once he settled down, his passing has been good, and it's a Ray Houghton that we've come to expect playing with the Irish team. I think he's played really well since he's come on.
Rosenthal against Law. Well, more drama. The cheers around Anfield, you can hear in the background, are greeting the news that Norwich City have equalised at Aston Villa. And it's now looking, with a minute and a half of this contest to go, that we are watching the championship winning performance of Liverpool. 2-1 up here. And it seems now that man and all the others with the radios are hearing what they wanted to hear. That Norwich have denied Aston Villa today, and that Liverpool are about to be crowned the champions of the Football League for a record 18th time. There's the message from the terraces.
Well, who would have believed it, George, in the first half? How sports change and how a match changes. Liverpool were a stroke away, the width of the crossbar away from going 2-0 down and probably losing this match. And since then, they've come back into it. Villa haven't done their stuff, and they could have got out champions. But Liverpool have had the drive, to be fair to them today. Once they got the goal, they have played well. They've had the drive to go on and win it. And as you say, George, before, the matches won over 38 matches, not over one match today. And good luck to them.
Well, we were here 12 months ago on an unforgettable night when Arsenal snatched the championship, a dramatic 2-0 victory. May not have been quite as dramatic today because what was happening elsewhere had its bearing as well. But no less satisfactory for the team that's about to win the championship. 5 seconds of normal time to go. Liverpool have the 3 points they set out to achieve, and it would appear that Norwich have denied Aston Villa the 3 they needed to keep the race alive. We're into added time. They know, as we know, that it's almost theirs. "30 seconds of added time gone." They love their football at Anfield, but they want this one to end because they want those 3 points in the bag, and they want Liverpool crowned champions.
Rush's goal was a big goal for him at the time.
There it is, and Kenny Dalglish has acclaimed another championship in the bag. Liverpool 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1, and Kenny Dalglish has done it again. John Barnes from the penalty spot getting the goal that clinched the victory on the day, and it may have been a penalty that should never have been awarded, but the championship was not going to be won by that one decision. The championship was going to be won by consistency over the season. The 2 Irishmen who weren't in the lineup today, Ronnie Whelan and Steve Staunton, there to join in the celebrations and the congratulations, and an embrace from Don Howe as Liverpool, who surrendered their title in this stadium 1 year ago, have won it back, and Kenny Dalglish has masterminded yet another championship.
Well, great for Liverpool. I don't think they have been the Liverpool of all this season, but they have been, from what I've seen this season, by far and away the best team. They played the better football, I think, than everybody else in the country, and it's a great achievement for Kenny Dalglish and his team. Big break for them today. They struggled early on, but they did have a will to win the match, and in the end they deserved to win it. And over the season, they have, the teams I've seen, they played by far the best football, the most constructive team, and I wish teams would copy them a little bit more, the way they play, rather than just praising the way they play, because they keep doing it year after year, which is great.
Liverpool, the champions of the Football League for a record 18th time. It was their own record when they won it for the 17th occasion, but now they have stamped their dominance all over English football again. Aston Villa tumbling at the final hurdle, but they didn't lose it. Liverpool won it. 18 league championships, champions in 1986, in 1988, and now in 1990. Kenny Dalglish, his 3rd championship as the Liverpool manager, and the players acclaim their fans. A memorable afternoon on Merseyside.
It's certainly become a familiar sight, hasn't it, George? And in Liverpool, or in Liverpool's ground, Anfield, the team walking around have won the championship, and it's no easy matter winning any championship. It's hard work for 9 or 10 months of the year. and it's a great achievement. Good luck to them, and it's all come right for Kenny Dalglish. And nice to see Ronnie Whelan there. Just missed the last few matches, but he's been a tower of strength for them all season. And young Steve Staunton as well, who's also going around with the team there. What a great experience this for a young player like him, coming into a team that's gone on to win the championship.
And the real significance is that of all those 18 championships, Liverpool had only won 5 when Bill Shankly came to take over, and he won the first of his in 1964. And since then, in the 26 years, they've won 13 of their 18 championships. How totally they have dominated the English game, and this another season of Liverpool dominance. It may not have been the greatest First Division Championship campaign, but Liverpool were far and away the top team in the country, and they have won it again. And Steve McMahon, just being interviewed there for Granada Television, ending the game with the captain's armband after Alan Hansen had gone off injured.
George, just a matter of interest, how many times have they won it in the 80s? Liverpool?
Well, the record books show that Liverpool first won it in 1980. They won it in 82, 83 and 84. They won it in 86 and 88, and they won it again in 1990. In 11 seasons they won it 7 times. Amazing record.
That'll be the team. If you're picking a team of the 80s, there's only one team to do.
Well, the news from Villa Park was news that confirmed that Liverpool were champions. Tony Cascarino and Paul McGrath were among the goals for the Villa today in a match that went right down to the finish, with Villa going behind, then coming back, then leading 3-1 and ending up on 3-3. And there we're now looking at the champions who profited from that result in their 2-1 victory over Queen's Park Rangers today. Ronnie Whelan with a scarf around him, Stephen Staunton there too. Football these days, of course, as it has been for years, very much a squad thing, and they are very definitely all part of the squad. Ronnie Whelan's dad, Ronnie Whelan Sr., here to share in another marvellous triumph in his son's glittering career.
Well, it's a proud day for Big Ronnie, as we call him. He was a very fine player himself, the people who remember him. But young Ronnie has done exceptionally well. It's just a pity he's been injured the last few weeks. But it shows the strength and depth for the Liverpool squad that Mulvey and players like that can come in. And I must got to mention Rosenthal in the last few weeks for Liverpool, when they really needed somebody up front to get a few goals for them. He's been the difference there. He's really come on at the right time, scored 5 or 6 goals in a few matches, and has made a difference to Liverpool in the run-in.
On trial with Liverpool.
On trial. I hope they agreed the price before they took him on, because if they haven't, it's certainly skyrocketed in the last few weeks.
Well, the Liverpool team, they're all household names. John Barnes there, Steve Nicol, and Ronnie Rosenthal now joining them. Glenn Hussein, another Scandinavian, and Jan Mulvey. They're all enjoying, savouring this moment. A lap of honour at walking pace around Anfield, because the trophy won't be presented until Tuesday night, when Derby County come to Anfield as cannon fodder on the night. But 3-3 at Aston Villa means we have seen the champions crowned.
I must say, George, it's nice to see the players being able to stroll around and take get the acclaim from the crowd and enjoy it, because the crowd have been very well behaved. There's no fences around the ground, but none of them have come on the pitch to spoil it for everybody else.
Well, what a great day it's been. Ian Rush departing the scene. His really was the turning point, his goal, when he smashed it in between David Seaman and the near post. That, and 39 minutes after Roy Wegerle had given Queen's Park Rangers the lead on 14. Rangers had hit the bar, Colin Clark rattling the woodwork. Had that gone in, would we have seen the champions crowned today? But it didn't. On such things do football matches turn. And then in the second half, 18 minutes in, Danny Maddox fouled Steve Nicol. It was outside the box, but the referee gave a penalty, and that led to John Barnes stepping up to score the goal that clinched the championship. Liverpool champions for a record 18th time on the back of a 2-1 final scoreline against Queen's Park Rangers. We salute them once again. We say goodnight from the home of the champions of England, Liverpool Football Club.